Hello, hi, greetings. So I haven't done a video in a while. I am not doing this consistent, persistent, algorithm stuff. I'm doing these videos because whoever happens upon them at a certain moment will realize that um, I'm sharing some embodied wisdom. And I've manifested in my life pretty much everything without always being aware. But now that I look back, I can understand how. I've been studying the law of attraction, the law of assumption by Neville Goddard. And also beyond all this manifesting, what I've been researching and writing about mostly these days is on heart magnetism and heart rate variability, all the Heart Math Institute information. Greg Braden talks about this, and it's really linked to the Gnostics and the prayer center, the Christ light from within is actually, I believe, from the heart. And I believe this is why we see this flaming heart on a lot of the portrayals of Jesus or Yeshua, the teacher, the master teacher who Yogananda wrote the book, The Second Coming of Christ Consciousness, and I believe I spoke about that a few years ago on my YouTube channel. But right now, I'm also reading a friend of mine's book, linking Christ consciousness and Kundalini yoga and Kundalini awakening. And what's fascinating is, again, this beautiful synchronicity, which is when alignment happens and you are actually in the 5D. When that is happening a lot, I believe this is when we've quantum leaped or jumped into a higher timeline. Now, I'm still on that whole quest, right, of mastery, enlightenment, but not in a seeking way, more of a pleasant, graceful, um, connecting and getting the information I need when I need it and things like that, and really honoring myself on the journey, and others. And also that sometimes, I don't know, the self-love is super important. But I'm reading right now the latest book by Marianne Williamson, which is The Mystic Jesus, The Mind of Love. She was in an interview on a YouTube channel, and I shared it with my sister Megan, and we talked about it a little bit. But the whole point is that we are love. We are meant to be love. We are, this is what the Christ was teaching. But there are moments when the triggers happen, when something gets, and this is, we're all on this path, whether we know it or realize it or not. But the more we become aware, the more we're like, oh, that just didn't feel good. I lost my patience. I got triggered by something, especially if you've been through traumatic experiences and things like that. There's a lot of people doing that, psychology and all that. But what I love about Marianne Williamson is she says, we're in a time where it's not a crisis of mental health or other, substance or obesity or all these other addictions that people can be numbing or distracting themselves because they don't want to go there. But when you do, you realize that we are in a time where we need to clear all that right now. We really do, because the energies, the frequencies are so high and changing these times, that for those that can't, it's going to get really difficult. So, and again, integrity, being in integrity, being sovereign, speaking your truth without fear, because you can't be in both at the same time. Fear has its place to protect us and all that, but it's not supposed to run our lives all the time. And, God knows that we've been, I guess, under attack in a certain way for these last, well, for a very long time for some of us, but right now in the this whole age of where the authoritarianism is rising, and control, and the financial situation that wants to be centralized, and all these things, ID, digital ID, centralized, monetary systems that Naomi Klein apparently talks about in her book. And I was just rereading a little bit because I'm researching and what the whole lockdown was about in this pandemic we've been through. So again, that's could take a while for most people to realize what has been taking place and is taking place. But beyond all that, we awakened ones, star seeds, the ones who see through a lot of the propaganda and the control, which is something I talk about very regularly on my channel, because if I can't speak my truth, if what are we doing here? If I can't, and it's changing too. And I realized, like, the pendulum effect is when we go in one direction, we're going to swing to the other. So if we've been under, the spell, the dream spell of this whole thing for such a long time, we are awakening from that dream. And even those that are positioned in high places, we can say it's disclosure time, it's apocalypse, the lifting of the veils. All of this is happening now. Astrologically speaking too, there's a lot of alignments, there's some prophetic times we're in, and we can ride and surf those waves and those storms and come out the other side going, whew, that was, but just keep riding and enjoying, even most of the time, instead of fearing or getting anxiety, but it's there, it's there for a lot of people. And so we have to honor that too. We have to have compassion and offer tools or insight into what's possible. So I think when things, I've had a few emotional moments, even though in the last few days, because we have this full moon and there's apparently these frequencies are off the charts and all that. And, we're all in this together. So, and some of us have a lot of emotional, and that's the thing, we're mastering that. It's not like it's taking over me, but I'm acknowledging it's there. I'm a female, I'm a, in Pisces with Cancer rising. And so there's a lot of water there. And water is also spirit, and it's also can change into any form, which, makes sense on a shamanic level. And yeah. So know thyself, and you can look at all the different aspects. I love, I've been studying that kind of stuff, the gene keys, the human design, but beyond all that, even, the Christ self, the inner light that that is there inside of us, that all the Gnostic texts talk about. So how do we get there? We're already there. It's all the technology is inside of us, the breath, the Kundalini, the Shakti, and honoring that, honoring our bodies, loving our bodies, no matter what shape or height or size you are, just love it, love it, love it. And give yourself the time if you need to transfigure or transform yourself. We're always in transformation and we can be regenerating as well. So I love all of that stuff. I do eccentrics. I'm training to be a teacher right now. And slowly but surely, I'm going through the modules and practicing and doing all that. So I can keep my fascia, which is what keeps us young, youthful, and also has this oil inside of us that if it's keeps you keep being fluid, I think that's part of being in the flow. You're not going to have the aging symptoms of like, arthritis or these other things that happen. And also don't forget that beyond the material is spirit. So when you tap into that and you bring in this beautiful Christ golden light, then you are choosing consciously to regenerate. So we can do that right now, actually. Just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Straighten your spine. And exhale slowly. So release all the tension. You can move your lower back a little bit. And we're going to breathe in this beautiful, beautiful Christ light, crystalline light, the Christ frequency, asking to regenerate using this beautiful golden light. What I'm doing as well is asking for my original blueprint to be downloaded into me before inception of all distortions and programs throughout my DNA and my family lineage on both sides, to bring the ultimate, highest potential into reality and activate it. So, the more I learn about how reality works and the power of our intention, and energy flows where attention goes, quantum physics, time, space, all of this is something to connect with and read about and learn about and practice and focus and know, be still and know that you are God. So it's not even about believing anymore, it's about knowing. That's what Gnostic is. That's what the mystic Jesus was talking about. Not the religious, hammered with nails to a cross Jesus, not that one. Not the one that has been used to in the past for so many other reasons than what he was actually about. What he said, what I can do, you will do, and more. When the time of revelation comes, we're in it. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. So I wish you all the best on your journey and your soul path. And right now, I'm not available for any coaching or things like that. I'm focusing on other things at the moment because I was doing a little bit too much, and it is high season here at my Airbnb. There's a lot of people coming and going. I am offering sound healing, breath work sessions, and Reiki as well, holy fire Reiki with the hand touch. So this can help recalibrate and rebalance the energetic body and release something that, yeah, I've been practicing and studying and doing and having, results. People are getting results. So again, it's not that I am special in any way. It's just that I can be a channel, a conduit for this, because I've been focusing on this for many, many years and perhaps even lifetimes. So I'm getting comfortable with that now, and knowing that the science is backing it up as well with Lynn McTaggart's work and Dr. Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton and so many others that I adore. So yeah, I think my cats are hungry. Got a couple of new babies in the family. So that's it. Take good care, everyone, and you can use these techniques and for yourself. And I hope that you can be the peace in these times. We need as many people as possible on board with that. So yeah, take care. Bye.